Hey Tub fam, what up? What up, though? It's really corny probably now. You know, y'all know I be corny. A lot of the time, I be mad corny. And yes, I'm really feeling like this 90s thing today. I don't know why. I got the bamboo earrings. I got the little melanin queen shirt and like the whole Martin vibe 90s. And this chair. This chair is so 90s. Either your grandmother got it in her house or your mama got it in her house or your auntie from down the street got it in your house. Like, this chair is very vintage. And it's my mom's. So, whatever. But yeah, I got this like 90s feel going on. I guess I was just feeling, you know, I was born in the 90s. So, I was just like, you know what? It's a 90s day. Why not? Let's just do it. Let's get into the real reason for this video. I love culture. I've always loved culture. I've always loved languages. I've always loved different kinds of people and like learning about their history, learning about where they're from. I mean, I've always wanted to know where I was from. And I remember as a little girl, we had like this thing in 3rd grade where you would talk about like where your family was from or what country or what island and etc., etc. As a curious 3rd grader I went to my grandparents and I was just like, so what are we? I would ask my mom and whatever and the rest of my family members, and the common answers I kept getting was we were African American, some kind of Caucasian, and Native American. And I was just like, that's cool, like, you know, I rep y'all hard. But I always knew that there was something more. Like, you know, more of the story is I just felt connected to different cultures and I was able to pick up on different languages and relate to them and all that kind of stuff. It's just a passion of mine. So in 2017, my mom surprised the crap out of me. She said, oh, I have an early Christmas gift for you. This was in like November. I was like, this is very early. And I was like, okay. So she handed it to me and I was just like, this is a joke. She handed me a 23andMe box. And now this is not an ad. Like, they have nothing to do with this. They didn't send me anything. Like, my mom literally bought this for me. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Because I used to talk about it all the time. Since I was younger, I would just be like, one day I'm gonna go on Oprah and Oprah's gonna tell me where my family is from. Because I just didn't believe them. I mean, yes, I'm African American, yes, I'm Caucasian, yes, I'm Native American, but like, there's a backstory. Like, there's a whole backstory that I know nothing about and that I need to know. Like, a sister needs to know where she's from. She needs to know the people she comes from. She needs to know the delicacies and the dialects and all that stuff. I needed to know. I mean, that's just me. That's just how I am. So when she gave me that, like, everything within me, like, uproared. Like, I was like, yes! Finally! I don't have to go on Oprah! So I sent in all of, you know, the materials that they requested and I got back my results. And I was, like, blown away because my mom did it too. And we learned a lot based off of what her results came back as and what my results came back as. And you know, I don't know if it's 100% accurate or whatever like that, but it gave me some kind of closure as to all of the things that I made up of. When I first got it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna vlog this experience. Oh, it's just gonna be amazing. I'm gonna tell all my Tub fam all this stuff, and I never got around to it, and that was in 2017. Yeah, so a little over a year and a half, and I'm excited to share with you guys. So the breakdowns are a little bit whatever. So it says that I'm 67.6% sub-Saharan African. Cool. And then it breaks it down a little bit. So it says that I'm 65% West African. What up, Ghana? What up, Niger? See, and like, that's like, if you really know me though, you know once an Afro beat pops off at the slightest bit, you know where I'm at. You know I'm on the dance floor. I'm there hitting my shaku, my sanku. You know I'm there hitting like every dance. I'm hitting my zonto. I'm hitting it all. Like, I'm literally out there. Aji. Like, y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel. That makes sense. Like, that makes total sense. It also says that I'm 0.7 Central and South African. It says that I am a little over 1% East African, and then it says that I'm 1.9% broadly Sub-Saharan African. Now, since I know I'm 65%, there is another like test that I want to take. I think it's African ancestry. So that's my next go-to. That's where I'm headed next, just to kind of get like the whole tribe and what part of where in West Africa. I believe it's Ghana and Nigeria because that's just where I feel extremely connected. And a little bit, you know, Cameroon, maybe Togo, Benin. You never know. And can I mention the jollof rice though? Can we just talk real? The jollof rice with the stew. My God. The banku, the gari, the goosey soup, the pounded yam. Can we just talk about it though? Can we talk about the wache? Like, it's at a whole nother level. Man, I can go on and on about the food, about the dialects. There's tons and tons of dialects in Ghana and Nigeria, and it's legit crazy. And I'm just super connected. Like, it's just there. So yeah, let's move on to the other cultures. Okay, so now it says that I am 29.4% European. And European meaning that whole like area, including like Spain, Portugal, all that stuff. So it says that I am 23.7% Northwestern European, which is including British and Irish, and that's 12.4%. And it also says that the other part of it is broadly Northwestern European, which is 11.3%. And they weren't specific with that one, so I still got questions for you, Sway. I still got questions. But I think that fills in like Italy and all of those other countries over there. That's the main Europe area. It says that I am 3.3% Southern European, and that is the Iberian Peninsula. And I don't know if you guys know this, but that's Portugal and Spain. It just makes so much sense to me because Spanish was the second language that I learned. And that I'm still learning. I'm not completely fluent, but I could get by. I'm just surrounded so much by the Latino culture and the food, everything about it. You are here, cuz. Says East Asian and Native American 1.4%. I just find it so funny that it says that I'm only a small percentage of Native American, because the way that my family was talking, you know, like I said in the beginning, they said that I was African American, Caucasian, and Native American. And you know, my mom has some old pictures of like my great-great-grandmother and all that kind of stuff, and they have very distinct Native American features. And I just find it funny like that I'm only that small amount Native American. But I also found out that I'm, like I said, I'm Asian. And when I tell you I rep every part of me, like I will rep, if it is 0.3%, I'm gonna rep it. Because it's still a part of me. It's a small part. So it's almost like I'm going to claim my foot, but I won't claim my fingernail. Or I won't claim my toenail because it's a small part of me. No, the toenail is still mine. The toenail is still mine. Therefore, I'm going to claim it. So even if it's like 0.3, point whatever percent, it's who I am. Now the East Asian I looked up because Asia and that whole culture is very broad over on that side of the world. And so when it said East, I was like, okay. Let me tell you, East Asian countries. The Philippines and Indonesia came up right away. So I was like, that makes sense. It made sense. It made complete sense. So much sense to me. Because I've always felt like a drawing to that culture. And you know, I had many Filipino friends growing up. Like I grew up eating Filipino food. Like my mom worked with like so many different nationalities. So like when they would have huge like parties with their coworkers, and like she would always bring home food from those different cultures. So I was exposed to a lot of different cultures even at a young age. So it was just like all of this stuff made just so much sense. People find it funny like that I know about ube cake and that I know about pancit, and like they're just like, oh my god, how do you know this? What are you? Like that is a typical question that I get from many people. What are you anyway? Like what are you? Like, because I can pass for a different culture. That's one thing that I love about who I am and like who God made me to be. And another part, it said that I am 0.1, greater than 0.1% Middle Eastern and North African. So that's the North African, I'm thinking like Morocco, that area, and the Middle Eastern like over by where Jesus was. So that's just another connection for me to be closer to Jesus. And I'll take it. I want you guys to count how many times I said it just makes sense. Just count them. Count it out. Count it out. Because I'm saying this a lot in this video. Because it just kind of made sense for me. And then it says 1.6 unassigned. So there's still some parts that I guess they weren't able to, identify. Everything is basically colored in with the different colors. But Iceland and Russia and Australia. So I know I'm not Australian, or Russian, or from Iceland. Iceland or Greenland. One of those two. Up by the Arctics. It's not who I am. But everything else is covered. And I'm just like, God, you're so awesome. But yeah, I'm super thankful. But one thing I will say that I found so interesting is that like my results and my mom's results were different. On my mom's results, sis came out with literally everything. Yes, she was Irish and English and British. She was also Italian. She was also German. She was also Ashkenazi Jew. She was also the Iberian Peninsula, and that's Spain and Portugal. But like all that stuff showed up, and I'm just like, why didn't it show up on mine? Like, that's crazy. And what I was reading with 23andMe is that not all of what your parents have show up in your results. So like, let's say if one of my two brothers ended up doing, or both of my brothers, we could each have different results because of the way that genes work. That blew my mind. Because you know, you grow up and be like, oh, we're all the same things. We get different genes, you know? So I got a certain set of genes, my older brother got a certain set of genes, and my younger brother got a certain set of genes. Although I'm still fresh on this journey of connecting to my cultures, I'm loving how it's starting. And I'm feeling so much more like, this is great. This is great. But yeah, guys, so you've now learned a little bit more about me and all of my nationalities, all of my connections to different parts of this world, and I'm super grateful. So thank you for watching this video and for stopping by my channel. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can comment, you can hit me on my DMs on Instagram at the Tubby Effect. If you're looking to like figure out like where your family is from and all of your nationalities and ethnic backgrounds and all that kind of stuff, you know, you should try out 23andMe. And there are tons of other ones that are really awesome. I just like this one because it also gave you a background as to why certain things panned out the way that they did. And just thinking about the different things that your particular family members had to overcome, like we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. And that's one thing that, dang, I'm so emotional. Oh! Oh, Jesus. I bet they thought about like, I wonder what these generations after us are going to be like. I wonder what they'll do. I wonder where they'll go. I wonder if they'll stay here or they'll travel the world. Like, there's just, like, just that thought alone just brings so much joy, man. It's literally crazy. Like, I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful to kind of know where my people came from. That got kind of sentimental towards the end, but came from a grateful place. But yeah, guys, I love you, like I said, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.